Weekend Double with Gerald Contreras and Nick Sievers. Hello and welcome to Weekend Double here on nofilter.net, live and archived. We're starting a little bit early today because the race we're going to watch right now is it's about 2 minutes away, so we started a few minutes early. The future race today is the She's a Tiger, which is in about 30 minutes. But because this is Weekend Double, I wanted to play a small daily double in the 6th race here at Pleasanton, and then of course the 7th race, the She's a Tiger Stakes. So this race that we're about to watch is a 5.5 furlong race for maiden fillies and mares. I'm going with 2 and 6 in this race. That's our Silver Flash, and the 6th horse is Orissa. The 2 is our Silver Flash, one of my horses in my daily double. All these horses are lightly raced or never raced at all, so it's a bit of an unknown. This horse has run 3 times with 1/3. Was 3rd time last time out in a maiden 25. He has Frank Alvarado aboard, and that's a good reason for me to use this horse in my daily double. And the 6 is Orissa, and I am going to move to live video because they are moving in now. I am going to patch in the audio. I am on the 2 and 6 for a daily double here. Our Silver Flash and Orissa.
Away to go in the Hamilton birthday race over 5.5 furlongs, and Daddy's Nina is showing early speed with On Vacation on our Silver Flash, together with Orissa on the outside, and a gap of 3 back to Creative Motion and So Brooklyn at the tail end of the field, but no more than 7 lengths would cover them, and Daddy's Nina and Pedro Torero swinging along in front. They lead by 3 parts of a length to Orissa in 2nd, our Silver Flash under a tight rein in 3rd, On Vacation nicely settled for Catalino Martinez in 4th, going pretty wide on the track, but as we've seen, that's not necessarily a bad thing as they go into the turn. So Brooklyn, they're making headway together with Creative Motion. Momentarily there, On Vacation was taken back off heels and has lost a lot of ground. So 22.83 for the opening quarter of a mile as the field turned for home with 1.5 furlongs to go, and storming through to the front of the field and now going clear by 3 to 4 lengths is Orissa, and Orissa is going to win this one in a canter under Evan Roman, being kept up to its work. It's 4, 5, maybe even 6 clear up towards the line. Orissa wins under a hand ride. So Brooklyn over the line 2nd. Then in 3rd, our Silver Flash tied for 4th between Daddy's Nina and Creative Motion in 104.75.
Orissa clearly the best here. Around the far turn, got the lead and never looked back. As I patch my audio back in here, and just looked like the best horse on paper here, and clearly showed it. So I am alive in my daily double to the 2, 5, and 7, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Kind of refresh and restart this broadcast as we kind of joined a little bit early. For those of you that came in at 4:15, we started a little early just so that we could get this 6th race in for the daily double, because this is the Weekend Double and we are live. So yes, today we are at Pleasanton Racetrack, home of the Alameda County Fair in Pleasanton, California. It's part of the state fair or county fair racing circuit here in California. In my opinion, I think there's some good value in these races. So we wanted to cover a little bit of the racing today from Pleasanton. Nick Sievers is not here today. He's off camping in an area that does not have Wi-Fi. So it'll just be myself here and you. If you're watching here live or archived on the No Filter Net, or possibly on the rebroadcast on YouTube. But today is the She's a Tiger Stakes. It is the 7th race at Pleasanton, and for those of you who don't know, She's a Tiger was a 2-year-old filly that really shook the local, I say local, the California West Coast scene when she came aboard by winning her maiden race at Pleasanton. I believe it was a 6 furlong race, but it was an incredible number. So good that they shipped her straight down to Southern California to race against the other big girls. And she did not disappoint there. She ran, I think she won her first stakes race that she showed up in Southern California. And then I think she did a second in a grade 1 possibly, and then came back to win another grade 1. I think she ran around 4 races. And I believe the fifth or sixth race, they put her in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies, where she ran an amazing race, only to come up second because of a disqualification. And then they took her down, and I was crushed. And so I lost. Not only my pick 5 was dead, but I had the trifecta and the exacta, which was going to pay in total together, I want to say about $2,500 to $3,000. So that hurt right away because I didn't have the exacta with the long shot, and I didn't have the trifecta with the long shot, and I didn't have the 50-cent pick 5. So I was crushed, and I kept watching the Breeders' Cup. The next race, I had one horse alive. It was Dank, and Dank won easily. I was even more devastated. And in the end, it probably cost me about, I don't know, $10,000 to $12,000 because the payout ended up paying around $23,000. So mine wouldn't have been as high because She's a Tiger wasn't as high as Rio Antonia, but still it was disappointing. So that's my history with She's a Tiger. And so I thought I would relive that misery by watching the stakes race named after her, the She's a Tiger Stakes here at Pleasanton. But all in all, it's all good. It's horse racing. I love horse racing, and we're gonna play a little. Since we are live to the double, we're gonna do a little bit more betting in the 7th race, which is about 20 minutes away. We have a few minutes. Let's take a look at that field. The She's a Tiger is a 1 1/16 mile race on the dirt here at Pleasanton. The 2 is Buyback with Isael Espinoza, who has been winning a lot in Pleasanton. And that's one of the reasons why I'm using this horse. It's Blaine Wright trained. The last 4 races, he's been in the money all 4 times with a first and 3 seconds. The last time out was a 2nd place finish in the Golden Poppy, a $75,000 race. Ran a real nice number of 91 Brisnet, and was just the nose behind the winner, who won in 142 and 4. So that's one of the reasons why I'm using this horse. That the time was really nice. It was on the turf, but I'm thinking that's not going to be too big of a factor when they move on to the dirt. He is training pretty decent too. He was 3rd out of 60 in Pleasanton, so he's gotten a little familiar with this surface on the 19th of June, which was last week. The 3 is Tam's Little Angel, and this one I have a little sentimental heart for because this is the daughter of Tamarando, who is one of my favorites. Tamarando, at one point, I thought was going to be able to get into the Kentucky Derby. He had an impressive win in the Del Mar Futurity, and then I got a chance to see him in person at Golden Gate in the El Camino Real, where he came from behind to win with Russell Bays aboard.
Come on, Tam! Get it, Tam! Get him, Tam! Get him, baby! Get him, Tam! Yeah! Woo!
And I thought he was going to get in the Derby. He had a few points, and he went to what is now the Jeff Ruby Stakes, and got a lot of kickback. And he finished like 6th or 7th, didn't show up, and that was it. They did not run him on the dirt much after that. And I always felt he was good on the dirt. They primarily ran him on the turf and the synthetic, and I didn't believe in that, but we'll see. So this is Tamarando's little girl here, Tam's Little Angel, and she did win her last race. It was a mile on the synthetic at Golden Gate, in 137 and 2. So that's a positive. It was a nice 87 Brisnet number. But she's going to be moving up in class from an optional claiming 50 to this $75,000 stake race. So I do like this horse in the money because she's been in the money all 5 times this year. And in her lifetime, she's been in the money all 9 times. So I expect this horse to be, I'm actually putting this horse in the 3rd spot and locking her in there. So we'll see if that holds up. I do have a little sentimental, I think I did a try with her on top as well, but we'll get into that in a little bit. The 5 is Day Plan, trained by Jonathan Wong, and Evan Roman will be aboard, which is a plus. This horse won his last outing. It was a 6 furlong race in a 109 and 3. And then previous to that, he was second in a 5 furlong race and first in the 5.5 furlong race. So he has not been running the mile distances or mile and 16th like this race is. So I think this horse is good enough to get maybe second or third, but I will not be using this horse on top just because it seems to be more comfortable at the 5.5, 6 furlong type distance. So I will be not using this one. This horse did win at Pleasanton last year at this meet on July 17th. But again, that was at 5.5 furlongs. So that's not good enough for me in a mile and 16th race. So I won't have them on top, but I will have them in my tries and my supers. The 7 is really interesting because it had a morning line odds of 5 to 1. Of 5 to 1, and is currently the favorite at 3 to 5. And that shocked me a little bit because I really like this horse and I thought I was going to get closer to 5 to 1, but apparently the public likes this one as well. So this one is lightly raced, 4 races, all 4 in the money, 3 wins and 1 second. The last time out was a win at this distance, a mile and a 16th on the synthetic at Golden Gate. She's run primarily at Golden Gate fields. The last race was won in 145 and 1. So about what you would expect from horses at this level. Previous to that, it was a mile race, second place with 2 1/4 lengths behind in 137 and 2. And then 2 previous wins before that at 5.5 furlongs and 6 furlongs. So I really liked this horse. I'm using this horse in an exacta box, and I feel like canceling it now. But one thing I've learned was in these races that we've been covering on Weekend Double, I think we've learned to go ahead and stay with the chalk if we like the horse and stop going away from it just because the odds are so low. 3 to 5 is much lower than I was expecting, but it makes me feel better about what I saw before I saw any odds. So yes, I will be using this horse in an exacta box and also be using this horse in a super and a try. So we'll see what happens. So let me go back and talk a little bit about the horses I like and why. Again, we are alive to the double, to the 2, 5, and the 7. So the 4 horses I really like are the 2, the 3, the 5, and the 7. I like the 2. The 2 has been, the 2 has the highest Brisnet number of 91 in his last race in that Golden Poppy. He was second, just a nose back at a really impressive time of 142 and 4. For that reason, I like this horse, and I have put an exacta box with this horse and the 7. I think I like the 7 a little bit more, especially now that the public's betting the 7. The 7 is now even money. The 2 is 6 to 1, which I really like. So I have a 2-7 exacta box with buyback and the 7. So I guess recapping why I like this one. This horse has been in the money all 4 races this year. Has raced 20 times in her career, but with 16 times in the money. So I think she's either first or second. And that big Brisnet number of 91 is probably the main reason. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's one of the reasons why I'm using her. The other reason is SAL Espinosa has been on fire the last few days at this track. So that's why I'm using this horse on up near the top. The 3 is Tam's Little Girl. I'm sorry, Tam's Little Angel. I think you heard me talk a little bit about why I like this one. Part of it is because it's the daughter of Tamaranda, who I really like. Plus, she won her last outing by 5.5 lengths in a decent time of, it was a mile race in 1:37.2. I actually like this horse in 3rd place and not so much on top, but I am using this one along with the 2. And I'll talk a little bit about my bets in a second. The other horse I really like is 5, Day Plan. Day Plan was won his last race, and it was a 6 furlong race. And so I don't necessarily like this horse on top, but I like this horse somewhere in 2nd, 3rd, or 4th. I think this is probably the 3rd or 4th best horse in this race. I think Day Plan and Tam's Little Angel are probably the 3rd and 4th horses. But yeah, has been in the money the last 3 times. Is moving up, but I think this horse is capable of running with this company. Is in 7 lifetime races, she's in the money 5 of those times, 4 firsts and 1 second. She normally runs shorter races. That's kind of why I don't like her in the top 2 spots. But I will be using her in my tries and my super. And the other horse I really like is the 7, who is still being heavily bet, but he is moving in the right direction as far as odds for me. He's now 6-5, so he's over even money. Frank Alvarado aboard, who I really like at Golden Gate and in these kind of meets, especially these county fair meets. I love Frank Alvarado in these kind of races. This horse has done nothing wrong in 4 lifetime races, has 3 firsts and a second. Won the last race at this distance on the synthetic at Golden Gate at 1 1/16 in 1:45.1. I think this horse is she's just a winner, and I expect her to be in the top 2. So those are the 4 horses I like. So here are my bets. I am alive in the daily double with the 2, 5, and the 7. We won with Arissa in the previous race. In this race, I have a 2-7 exacta box, just a small wager. I'm also playing a trifecta with the 7 on top over the 2 buyback and Tam's Little Girl 3rd. That's a $3 trifecta. I also have a superfecta with the 7 on top, Anthony's Cleopatra, the 7 on top with the 2 second, Tam's Little Girl 3rd, and the 5 and 6 4th. And then I have a bet with buyback winning, a trifecta with buyback winning and the 3, 5, 7 in 2nd and 3rd. And then I have a Tam's Little Girls, kind of a sentimental bet, winning with 2, 5, 7 in 2nd and 3rd as well. But I don't expect that one, but I had to play it just in case.
And away we go in the She's a Tiger Stakes over 1 mile and 1/16. Northwest Factor and Lorraine's Legacy quickly away on the outside with Day Plan and Thames Little Angel. Then just in behind the leaders races Misty Cat and Buyback as they go into the first turn. A good pace being set here out towards the tail end of the field. Anthony's Cleopatra has now been taken back towards the tail end together with Assignation. And last of all in the early stages is Rewa, a good 12 lengths off the lead. The opening quarter in 24:44 as they head off down the far side of the track. And Thames Little Angel out in front by 3 parts of a length. 2 in 2nd place, Day Plan as they head off down the far side. But in behind these races, Misty Cat, Buyback on the inside in 4th within 3 of the lead. Then after these races, Lavakina followed by Lorraine's Legacy in the middle of the pack as they go down to the half mile. After these comes Anthony's Cleopatra, followed then on the outside by Buyback, trying to get a little closer to the leaders. Then Assignation on the gap of 5. Back to Ray Wire at the tail end of the field. 48.62 for the half mile. They've gone a fairly sedate pace, but that said, they're fairly strung out as they go into the apex of the far turn. 2.5 furlongs to go in the She's a Tiger, and Thames Little Angel is the leader on the inside from Day Plan in the silver and black, making a big move now on the outside in second as they begin to turn into the home straight. After these from off the pace, Buyback is making good headway. So too is Misty Cat down towards the final furlong. Over on the far side, Thames Little Angel. In the center of the track, Day Plan. On the outside, Buyback. 3 across the track inside the final furlong. And Buyback on the outside is storming home. Thames Little Angel won't be denied. Thames Little Angel wins in a thriller. Buyback over the line second. Then in third came Day Plan, and they were clear of Northwest Factor in fourth in 1:44.91.
Oh, I love it. So I think Tam held on here. I'm pretty sure she did. Let's see. Oh, they're at a weird angle, but I think Tam held on. So I'm going to hit the try with my sentimental favorite, Tam. Oh, I love it. I get so excited every time a horse that I have a sentimental tie to wins. And I knew she was going to run for the front. I just didn't think she had enough to hold on, but I think she won. The angle is kind of weird. I think she held on to win this. And if so, I'm going to be really happy regardless of what I win. It looks like 3-2-5, which I have the try for. I don't think the 7 got in for fourth, but if the 7 got in for fourth, I'll hit the superfecta as well. Let's see what we got here. No, he was 7th, or he was 5th. The 10 came in. So wow, I'm really happy right now. I'm pretty sure Tam won that. It was Tam first, I believe. Buyback was second, who made a late run, and Day Plan, who came in third. There it is. I love it. So I get the horse at I get the longer shot on top, which is Tam's at 8-1 over the 2, which was 9-2, and the 5, which was 9-2. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm really happy. This just made my day. I only played it for $1. It's $1 try. I had 3 over 257 over 257, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to win all my money back more than likely that I wagered, and I'm super happy to see Tam's Little Angel come and win this for Larry D. Williams. I love the Williams owners. I've liked a lot of their horses, including Tamarando, and man, I can't tell you how happy I am right now. This is why I love horse racing. You get attached to horses, and when they win, it just feels really good. So it's not quite official yet, but when it does, it's official. So Tam wins. Unfortunately, I didn't have Tam in my double. Otherwise, that would have been really nice. I did have the 2. So if Buyback would have won, I would have won my daily double. But that's okay because I won my Tam won, and I won the try, and I'm looking to see right now what it pays. Congratulations to Larry D. Williams and his whole team. I'm waiting to see the payouts. My guess it's probably a $50 try, maybe not that much. I don't know, 8-1 over. Yeah, the heavy favorite got beat, so yeah, I think it might be a $50 try. It could be more. We'll see here. Waiting for the payouts to show up, but whatever the case, it was a successful day here on Weekend Double. The $1 try paid $251, so much better than I thought. I should have paid it for $2, $251.90. The exacta paid $43. Wow, the 10-cent super paid $111. Unbelievable! Wow, unbelievable. Yeah. The dollar try paid $251. Unbelievable. Just because of Tam's Little Angels, she made it pay. So wow, we won probably like $220 on the small $30 bet that I made. We did not hit the double. I should have had Tam in the double. It would have made me another $69. But overall, it's a great day and a good start to this county fair racing, which we will be covering more of here on Weekend Double on No Filter Network. Thanks for joining in. I always feel good when the horses I like win, and this is one of those days. So I'm going to savor it. I got a little money in my pocket, and I'm going to go. I'm not going to Sizzler. It's not quite a Sizzler type of win, but I am going to go celebrate a little bit. Tam's Little Angel wins in the She's a Tiger Stakes from the Alameda County Fair here in Pleasanton. So thanks for watching live or archived on nofilter.net. Join us again next week. I'm not sure what we're doing next week, but whatever it is, we'll probably do 2 races, and hopefully we'll have as good a day as today. All right. See everybody later, and thanks again for watching Weekend Double on the No Filter Network. Good night.